here we are with Humblewood. We Didn't Start the Fire, Season 1, Episode 2. We are in June 2020, and
I'm Tyler. I'm the GM. And to my left, we have X playing Y.
Peter as Pip Squeak Smallpaws, the Jerbean Cleric.
Mark as Bucky, son of Venny, the Shevlin Barbarian.
Devin as Tintooth, the Possum Druid.
And RD as Luna the Looney Luma, a sorceress. And a Luma.
Okay.
Isn't the name.
Who wants to start by doing the recap? And by wants to, I mean was forced into it.
I've been nominated.
Because if I do the recap, it's not gonna go.
If I try to do the recap, it'd go like... No, we can't. We were walking, and there was a big city. Talked about a fire.
There was a thief.
There was a thief, and I caught him and I didn't catch him for no good reason.
You lose 10 XP for not knowing what's going on.
Do we have XP in this system?
No,
You have checks.
And that's good. And then the spider showed up, and things got really crazy.
Was there a spider?
So,
Mark was even here. How would he know?
It's just a good bet.
So we were in Alderheart, and half of the session was going up the whole tree. And then we ran into someone stealing money from some, rooster. Yes. And yeah, there was some chase, so saving people from explosions. And Devin was hanging out with some, person for a while. Then we went to see the council. And they gave us a quest to go fetch some ingredients for some burn cure from the swamp. And then we went on our merry way. Sorry?
There was a snowstorm.
Remember the snowstorm? I remember the snowstorm.
I don't remember, it went by so fast.
I would have included the snowstorm.
And yeah, we fought nature and we won.
Okay, so basically they were at the capital, and they got a mission to go to Mock Fields, which is deep in the swamp area and is infested with slimes, and help a caravan gather slimes and take them back to Alderheart so that they could be used for medicinal stuff.
Yep.
And this is where you are joining in. So how do you want to latch yourself onto the party?
Bucky, name drop.
Yeah. Well, I think that your character is a... I think we discussed this earlier. Your character was a... had some ties to the church, right?
Yes, I am a cleric.
Yes, you are a cleric. But no, originally when we were discussing this many moons
I'm
ago-
literally chosen by the gods of the setting, but sure, I have ties to the church.
That's a loose way of putting it.
So Venny is like, my character's father was a great ranger, and he's sort of retired. And he wanted to arrange for his son, after an attempt to, was made to kidnap him, to get to him. He was like, look, this is, him hanging around here is not good for him. It's, he's getting targeted, and so I think it would be best if he headed off and sort of, saw more of the world. But because he's extremely naive, he decided he would want to send him with someone who was a little bit more worldly, but generally could be trusted and be good, and that was through the church, especially when you have this mission going out to hunt slimes. Plus, Bucky is not only is a pretty good hunter.
Yeah, describe your character, because we're introducing him, right?
Yeah, well,
when
we jump in,
Sure.
we'll describe him. So are we going to say that you've just been with the caravan the whole time?
Yeah, I think,
He's
or
really
like,
quiet.
yeah, like met up with him.
Okay. All right, well, in that case, yeah, we'll jump in. We'll start by describing your character.
Okay, Bucky is a huge, wide-eyed Shevlin Longhorn. They're goddamn ginormous, especially considering that most of the other races in Humblewood are comparatively tiny. Fairly young, he's teenage, but just like ridiculously big. Has a pretty nice demeanor and is generally very, very humble. Not quite aware of his own strength, and has spent most of his life living in the forest, away from other people.
Okay. So I will give a little bit of an intro, and then we will start the player's turn. So your caravan starts to roll into the mock field. You can tell because the path that you've been traveling on, the forest and the snow eventually gives way to swamp and marshlands, and the path itself starts to get a lot more damp and sodden, and it's harder for the caravan to traverse it. But most of the roads are paved with cobblestones to prevent this. And eventually you arrive at Tin Town, where Jacqueline hops off the lead cart and says, "Alright, we'll break here for a brief respite, and then we'll head into the tunnels as soon as you guys are ready."
I take it Jacqueline is the caravan leader?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys are in Tin Town. I think you described it last session.
Describe it again, then.
Do you want to describe it again for us?
Sure. Tin Town's in a swamp. The houses in Tin Town are made of like swamp wood and driftwood and like reclaimed lumber and garbage from other towns that have burned down, with like tin thatching and stuff. All the houses are on stilts, and the sides of them have marks. The sides used to be on stilts because as the town sinks into the swamp, they'll just build stilts onto the side and start tipping it over, and then they'll take the stilts off the other one and put it on a different house. They brew here. This place is a brewery. It's full of swamp stuff, so there's alchemy and stuff. There's like giant, what do you call them? Those big water towers, but they're like just wooden side towers everywhere to let things ferment and build up and go under pressure. And it's just swarming with possum people. They're everywhere.
It's also the last town onto the mouth of the swamp. So any kind of research or expeditions into the mock fields go through here. So it sees a fair amount of travel. Okay, and now you guys can spend your checks.
How do we spend these checks?
Basically, you come up with something you want to do, or a test of some kind, and then you pitch that out there, and then we do it. So let's say you wanted to get a new sword because you wanted to be prepared to go and adventure with the slimes. So you'd say, hey, I want to get a new sword. And I'd say, okay, that will be a resources or potentially a circles check. You'd role play through that, you'd do your check, and it would either be success or fail. Or let's say you didn't know something concrete you wanted to do in game, but you wanted to do something with your character sheet. Like let's say you said, I think I want to level up my laborer a bit, and I need a fail in order to get it. So I would like to do a really hard labor test. And then we would come up with some kind of scenario, in which case you would do a difficult labor test.
And this would be pass or fail to like build up those checks, right?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many do I need to level up my sorcery?
You need 5 successes and 4 failures.
Some ways.
Yeah.
How do you know that? What's the math?
You need equal successes and fails -1
To what you have or what you want?
Yes.
to what you have.
So for sorcery I have 2, I would need 2 successes, 1 failure?
Yes.
What's your sorcery?
5.
Magic.
I feel like I've been robbed.
I'm just so strong.
Remember when I have fight 6 guys? Remember how cool I was?
Devin, nobody remembers but me and Tyler. Because nobody here was in that game.
So Peter has 2 checks. So why don't we start with you?
That makes sense.
And you also know how to play the game.
I paid attention.
He knows how to play not just the game mouse guard, he knows how to play the game. You leave Peter alone with this rule kit, and he'll start turning the fucking Stone Age world into a high-tech world.
I mean, at one point I think when we were doing that, I had so many checks that I had to go between everybody because I had so many. Or whatever. I guess I'm going to be leveling my ritual. I had 1 pass, so let's do something easy to see how the dice roll.
So you want to do a pass,
Yeah.
is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will be one.
So you want to do a ritual. Is there a specific ritual you have in mind?
I mean, it's just, again, I'm a cleric and figure out, hey, I go into town, therefore, probably some people have, things that they want to do. I know, blessings or whatever, bless this house, bless these fields, and things like that. So
Okay,
let's
so
do
you want
some
to perform
religious
a blessing.
ritual. Yeah. Religious rites. Yeah, I got 3 successes, so that's a pass. There, I go around blessing things like a cleric.
Okay.
Bless.
And you are a cleric of?
I'm the cleric of, what's her name? The Dawn Mother Ardea.
Okay. And you want to tell us a little bit about what her portfolio is?
Well, she's the god of life and light and so on. She's, the Dawn Mother, the stork that brings life to, the whole world and so on and so on.
Okay.
The chief deity of the setting, I guess.
So now that Peter's kind of started us off, who would like to go next?
I would like to propose I succeed at sorcery so I can get another sorcery check.
So I have
Okay.
to roll.
So what are you casting?
Also, because I have to actually put numbers in, not just X's on my sheet.
You have to do an actual roll, Devin.
I am going for a sorcery roll. I want to speak to the spirit of the swamp, but I don't want to be a person or a voice. I just want to get a general feeling of it.
Just want to vibe out this one.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you just want to read the aura.
Yeah.
So you're basically doing a detect magic.
Sure. I just want to talk. I want to commune with nature, but I don't want to I don't want there to be a person I gotta talk to and explain myself to. My character's dummy thing.
So I get drunk and just be one with
So
nature.
you go and you stand in the middle of the swamp and you outstretch your arms and you start to tap into the magic and the vines coalesce and start to form into a figure and you just sort of wave your hand.
At that point, I'll just do what I always do when the swamp tries to do that, and
Sink
I will
back
strip all my clothes off until I'm naked as the day I was born, and just go face first into the swamp water gum and just slide in and soak.
I was going to suggest that you'd get naked and one with the nature bath. I was like, ah.
So yeah, I'll just go face first into the bog and let it reclaim me.
Okay.
Druid.
So detect magic is just going to be
Real druid. Sorry.
I said so. Simple detect magic spell is just going to be OB1.
Alright, so I just gather up my 2 sorcery dice.
Yes.
Yep. And roll.
Oh, there's nothing else?
I really
Do you
want
have
that.
anything else?
Do you want to use your gear?
No, I'm not going to use junk food while I'm doing important religious stuff. This is important. I have to take it seriously. 6 and a 3.
That's what you need.
That's a success.
Perfect.
Okay, I hope I don't succeed at this.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I want to fail at sorcery.
Okay.
I want to eliminate the swamp. I think it's gross.
Please don't do this.
When I get that +1 dice to attack, let's not eliminate the swamp.
Okay.
This is silly.
Godbound, the hubris.
So how are you trying to eliminate the swamp? What
I want to
spell
literally want
specifically are
to
you
dry
casting?
it up.
Okay, so
Oh
you want
my
to want to cast like
I want the
water
ground
to
is yucky.
dust.
The
Is
ground
that
is
the spell?
yucky. I don't want to touch it, and so I am attempting to eliminate an ecosystem.
Phoenix Lord Luna.
This war against fire has ended with fire.
And imagine ew, I don't like.
Okay, because the swamp is such a huge area,
entire
that is
swamp.
easily an OB5 check.
Cool. And do I have 6 or 5 dice? Does this get? Do I get a bonus?
I want to
Do
see
get
this
one?
all come
No,
up
do you
sixes.
want-
Okay, cool. I'm looking to fail.
And
If
then
I-
success.
if I-
Successes, all
That
successes.
would be a
I-
hard pivot in the campaign.
I mean, that's
I'm just like,
132.
wait, what? I come up with
Almost
swamp.
what? It was 4 successes. I almost eliminated an ecosystem.
I mean, if you wanted to, you should have seen if you could invoke persona or whatever and stack. up
Let me
dice.
help you.
Anybody else like to eliminate the swamp? So did I fail
Okay.
that? The swamp exists still?
Yes, you failed, but people are also aware that you just walked into their town and started casting a spell to
It's
Called
basically-
Horrid Wilting, the one that destroys all water and does quad damage to plant creatures.
Oh,
to,
Solars. We don't know right
destroy
from
their
wrong.
ecosystem.
I didn't want to touch the ground. It was so gross. I'm so sorry.
You
So-
should. Oh wait, gosh,
Well, I think by the end of the game we'll be erecting guillotines and maybe all the
Yeah.
So did I?
So you're not the most popular person in town.
Oh, I didn't want to be. Nobody liked me anyway.
I mean, not now.
I never did.
Okay, and you
So,
can do something.
Bucky is going to. He's never been around this many people before. I'm assuming we met up later on, not directly from the capital.
Okay.
So he's going to be like, wow, I've never been in a town this big before. And then he's going to just talk with the various possums who are just like willing to talk to him and just try and make friends.
Okay. What
So-
are you rolling?
I'll roll persuasion, and can I evoke a trait?
You don't want to
You
because
don't
have.
want to, because you want to fail this.
No. You have.
You
Those
cannot use traits against yourself during the player's turn.
No. Okay. I think you wanted to add to it. Like traits you can use once per session, right?
Yeah.
So you only have so many of those. If you spend it now, that will be gone for the whole session. So you want to bank those for the GM's turn when teams will be going against us, and so on and so on.
Okay. I just don't think it's going to come up. But okay. Yeah. So he's just going to basically and it makes sense for him to be pretty bad at this because he doesn't know.
What are you trying to persuade people of?
Just basically to say hi, and he's just trying to figure out what they're like and what's going on around here.
So that would actually be a circles check.
Oh yeah.
If you
Okay.
wanna roll persuade, you have to actually be trying to convince someone of something.
No, I think his circles would be.
So if you just, I mean, if
Oh,
you
I
just,
know what I could do. This place has got a fair amount of metal, right? Tin and stuff.
Yep.
Can I get a shield? See if we can afford that.
Yep. So make a resources check.
No, we've tried this before.
Trade. A lot of metal. So let's go with 2.
Okay. No.
One success.
Oh, it's okay. What is the success in this game?
4, 5,
4,
6.
5, 6.
Oh, okay.
So you failed. Mark the failure under F.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So you are able to find places that are selling shields, but they are unfortunately well out of your price range.
Can I get an advance?
Are we getting paid for this work? Or is it like for honor or something?
If this was D&D, probably would be getting paid, but
No, you're doing it out of the goodness of your hearts.
I mean, I am.
I mean,
I gain nothing from this. I just do
it's the right thing to do.
To make money, yes.
So you guys
What else
congregate
is there?
back at your caravan. You
Hey,
spent.
what about my second check?
Oh yes, you got a second check.
And 3. I have a cleric special where, like, once per player's turn I can attempt to recover a condition, but since nobody has anything, can I use that as a check instead?
No,
Probably
you
not.
cannot.
Damn. You guys should get hurt next time.
I don't know.
Well,
how
I'm
things
probably
work.
gonna get hurt by the locals. They don't like me very much.
Huh. So how about I make another ritual to, fix the swamp up that's been, like, its magic has been messed with.
Sure.
It's like all ones.
Are you looking for a pass or a fail?
Doesn't matter either way, so.
Well, she didn't really manage to do anything. She just kind of knotted up its mystical ley lines a bit.
Yeah.
So soothing that out is going to be a 2.
Sure. Let's do that. That's a fail. So I tried to invoke maybe some other deities, blessings here, but doesn't seem to be jiving with this vibe.
I think I did a little bit of a number on it. I didn't do enough though. Still very gross.
It's a swamp. What do you expect?
I just don't like to touch it.
So you guys are congregating back at your caravan. Jacqueline has gone around. She's dropped off the goods she was supposed to bring to the town, collected some provisions and supplies. There was supposed to be a couple members of the Perch Patrol out here who were going to go and gather the slimes, but they all seem to be MIA.
We got the Possum Patrol here. They can help.
Oh no.
Okay, they were members of the Possum Patrol.
There it is.
Where did they go?
You ask around, and eventually you encounter the Possum matriarch named Isolde. And she informs you that they never returned from their last scouting mission a little over a week ago.
That sounds like a long time.
Yes, it's far longer than we would hope they would be for. Usually they're there and back within a day or two.
And you just left them there? You don't go and look for them? That is very scary.
Well, we have other members of the Possum Patrol out checking the area for them.
Oh, you did send somebody. That made me feel a little better.
But they haven't tried to be there. Right?
Oh.
No, they haven't found any trace.
Yeah, of course.
Are they also missing?
No.
Oh, okay.
But they
Because
haven't,
it would
they
be
haven't
alarming.
ventured too far from the
They're
town.
not looking hard enough.
We could look into that.
I'm very good at looking at things. I look at this book that I have all the time.
So as you guys are talking and discussing this, let me switch the music. You hear a great rumbling noise
Okay.
coming from the north,
All right.
in the direction of the Great Scar.
Okay. Well, we're like inside. I assume like a tiny hut or something.
Yeah, you're in a little stick hut right
Okay.
now.
Dawn. Yeah. Just. Bucky is not in there anymore. He just
Okay, where did you go?
headed out into the main street to get away from the earthquake and the tiny cramped space, and then kind of recovered enough to look north and just like is just breathing heavy and is just generally excited and scared and.
Okay.
He ran away
The
very
rest of you?
fast. That is... He's going to... He seems scared.
I guess so.
Why are we not scared? This feels like we should be a little scared. We've been gone a week.
Well, we're not in the scorched field, so...
But we're going that way, right? Or am I just very confused?
Okay. You see what first appears to be columns of smoke rising from the scar, but it's moving and undulating in a strange, almost organic fashion. And there's
Phone?
Just heard a phone buzzing.
Yeah,
It's making me crazy.
It's not mine.
It's all good. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just looking. I wasn't trying to talk.
what was I saying?
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, undulating waves of black clouds that are moving in a visceral, organic fashion and streaming out in multiple directions.
Okay, well, fire is kind of like this world's like horrible corruption that's going to destroy us all, and so we're going to get the quickest way to get everyone's attention, and that is, of course,
What in the hell was that?
so that should probably get people.
So you make that noise?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone outside is torn between looking at the billowing clouds and looking at you.
He's calling for his people.
Do we hear this in the hut?
Yeah.
Yes, you hear that noise from inside the hut, where you guys are
We hear
still
that noise
discussing.
from like Oz.
Isolde
Lord
goes
have
outside to
mercy.
see what's going on.
Well, let's all
Are
go.
they beating him? Oh my goodness, that was a horrible noise.
Let's
We
go.
should probably help, really.
All right, I will get out of the mud and follow you guys. I'm a follower.
I will also go.
So how close is this? This is way too close for comfort to the village, I'm taking it.
It's a distance away. You can see the clouds detach themselves from the scar, and now they're moving, sweeping out in great blobs. And one of the blobs is moving towards you, but it is quite some distance away.
It's fire, but it looks like it's heading for us specifically.
Swamp fire.
Do you know what this is, mister?
It sounds like it's swamp fire. Swamp fire usually makes that honking noise.
I don't think that the fire made the honking noise.
Why'd you ask me then?
I
If you're immediately gonna say it's not it, I've only lived here my whole life.
That's-
What do I know? I'm just so dumb.
potentially want to ask you, but now I remember, oh yeah, you're so dumb. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably it.
My God.
It's a swamp fire. I wouldn't worry. It's probably not lethal.
Well, I don't like those guarantees very much. Jacqueline, do you know what that is? We know what the horrible noise was. It was.
Don't you have like weird magical creature lore? Or... No.
Jacqueline, help! I'm also dumb.
So what does
Oh,
Jack
he just blinks. He's no idea.
Oh, you're
who
talking
it
to
is.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, do you know them
Like, for
yet?
some reason, I thought
My name is Jacqueline. I'm in
Jacqueline,
Jardine.
You're Pipsqueak.
Jacqueline.
No, I have no idea what that is. I've never seen
Okay, I got the book. I'm gonna open up my giant 3-foot book and just like smack it open and be like, I don't know what to look for.
Okay. Roll lore. 2.
I get 2 successes.
Yeah.
Can I help with my
It doesn't
religion-wise or
I
something like
can't
that?
read.
It's not religious.
Okay.
I don't know what. I think I get like 2 fast.
Okay. So you are going to succeed with the condition. You're going to find the knowledge that you're looking for, but the strain and the stress of rapidly scanning through so many pages and speed reading to get to the knowledge that you seek is going to make you tired.
Oh my God, no.
Mark tired condition on your character sheet.
So you find a page that has a drawing of a similar undulating cloud, and it is clearly a swarm of ember bats, which are flying, flaming bats that come from the scar and move in great masses and hordes at times.
Oh, this sounds like it's living fire.
I'm just gonna kind of like hold up the book and kind of like
Wait.
tiredly point. Let them do this.
Do you hear that? Someone should pick up that ringing phone. Because I fucking called it.
What's a phone?
Living fire. Living fire. Oh, living fire. It was real. I called living fire and it happened.
I don't.
Why would you call living fire?
So you see there
You
were
don't want
originally
to.
like 3 large blobs that spread out from the scar, and they're steadily dispersing and detaching into smaller blobs and then moving into the forest, and then where they touch down in the forest, shortly thereafter, like
Fire.
flames start erupting
Oh,
and smoke
no.
starts billowing up.
I see what they are. I don't know if I have a solution to this. I'm so tired.
It's I mean it's still quite a ways away from you. You guys are like multiple days journey from the scar. So even if there's a blob that flies straight towards you, it would not reach here for some time.
We could make some ritual to create rain. That should put them out. To plague this area.
I feel like it's already a pretty wet area.
You can't get much damper.
It's a pretty dumb swamp. I tried to eliminate that part, but it did not work.
So I'm gonna ask a question just out of character, because there's one thing I thought of, but there was no way Bucky would have thought.
What is it?
Anyone have brewing?
Yeah.
We're in a town full of brewery stuff.
Yeah, I know. This town regularly explodes. It's in one of the backstories.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
This town regularly catches fire because it's a brewery.
And then the town caught fire, was eaten by bats, and then fell into the swamp. But the 4th town...
He's gone.
I don't know. So we could probably still gather the things and just ignore the fire that rages.
But that sounds wrong.
But also, like, not helping the people, like, gathering the things could also be considered wrong. Because that's a few days away. And I mean, Jacqueline, how long till we go to the place with the medicine?
Well, the caves are only about a day's walk from here.
A whole day.
Well, I mean, you do have to travel overland through the swamp. There's no real paths or roads that go into there, and then you have to go into the tunnels, and you have to contend with all of the swamp beasts and difficult terrain. So, I mean, like, as far as the arrow flies, it's not that far, but in terms of logistically actually getting there, yeah, it's a good day.
Oh. Is it towards the fire flying bats?
No, it's almost directly away from it.
Well, what's the chance that the bats are flying directly for this specific area? In this giant swarm?
And I mean, doesn't it burn down a lot here anyway? So, like, they know what to do. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but...
In times like this, we look to our elders.
What? You have elders here? People? Should we talk?
We didn't come from the ground.
We should talk to them.
Yeah, alright. I'll turn around. Mom! I'll just scream.
Your parents are the elders?
They're older than me by, like, definition. That makes them an elder.
Okay, what's your mom's name?
Whiskey River Barb.
Whiskey River Barb comes waddling down the street. What?
My friends from school, not the school I go to, the school I sell drugs to, are here right now and want to know what we do when living fire tries to burn down this village.
Possum Patrol will take care of it.
Am I part of Possum Patrol? I have a Possum Patrol badge on.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks, Ma. So I have to take care of it, and you're all deputized, which is my divine right as chief of this town in training.
Oh boy, a deputy!
Well,
Isolde is
first
running through
power.
the village, rounding up various other members of the patrol, and outfitting them with bows and arrows.
Alright, as Possum Patrol, provisionally, what should we all do about the fire? What beats fire? Paper? Rock?
Paper help fire, actually. I don't. It's like when trees are bad to fire. Well, they're good to fire, but they're bad, because then more fire happen. Because paper tree. You understand?
There's a type of, like, pig that if you feed it a lot, it'll die, and then when you eat it, it's great. What if we feed the fire as much of our trees as possible?
Wow, so smart! I'm not being serious. It's a really stupid idea.
No, we just put a line of, like, trees in front of it as, like, an offering, and then we cut, like, the trees that we give them, we cut. So they eat the trees, and then they're too fat and lazy to go and get the rest of the trees across the cutting pit, and then they just go back.
Normally when we deal with fire, we would cut all the trees in the way and create a break.
Or we could cut all the trees and then just give those trees to the fire.
That's exactly what I proposed.
Wow. I feel so much smarter. He sells drugs to my school. I feel like he definitely has the best idea.
Does anyone have an axe?
Yeah,
And-
Bucky raises his hand.
And unerring determination to see a job through, like, once they start, no matter the consequences or the people you hurt along the way?
Is that you?
Well, the
The
first part,
villagers are running around and they're starting to
We're going at our own pace.
they're starting to gather like large containers of water and store them.
Oh,
in
they're
various
using
locations
water.
throughout the village.
Yeah, we keep spittoons around for it.
And they're removing the thatch from the roofs.
pouring out
Maybe-
And
the
the
worst.
Possum
Maybe
Patrol
we
is
should
taking up
help.
positions around the edges of the city.
Maybe we should do what they're doing and not what he is suggesting. Because, like I
Tell
said,
me
he
if you
sells
start making a
drugs
break
to my
line.
school.
No, actually, I what he says makes perfect sense,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah.
So what are you doing? Just tell me what you want to do.
We're gonna go make a break line. I've got an axe and
Oh,
unerring
I'm going to use
determination.
my
and
druidic magic to call up an earth elemental, and I'm going to tell it to start punching trees over with him.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't know what the rules for that are, but that is my action.
Sorcery 3. For you,
I'm gonna
how
labor the shit out
how
of this.
fast are you going? Like how hard are you pushing yourself?
pretty hard. I think he's trying to help people, and it's he's trying
Oh,
to.
for you, why don't you roll it, and we'll see how many successes you get,
Okay.
and that'll be how fast you clear it.
Because this is definitely something he'd like to throw a trait on. Because this.
Okay. Which trait are you using?
Yonk.
Yeah, I think young would be.
And that gives you a die,
vigor
right?
would be ease.
Traits?
Yes. If you use it to your advantage.
Perfect.
We have
I
2
have
levels
an
in that, so and I have an axe. Does that help?
Yep. That counts as gear. That gives you a die.
Excellent.
Okay.
What are you two up to?
I
What's that point that lets me make ones not hurt me? What's the resource I have? Is there a resource for that?
Persona? Fate? One of those two.
Damn it. Do those only work on sixes?
I think
So does this game have negative ones for
one is-
things reduce and subtract?
What do ones do? Are they bad or are they just nothing?
no.
They're just failures.
Okay, well. I got one success.
The rest are
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah, one
So
of
we will get to that.
Ones and twos.
5 successes.
You guys on the outside.
choppy.
I would like to use my magic wand that I love so much. It's a very cool wand. I really recommend. To get butterflies that have razor blades for wings, and they're going to chop the trees with their wings.
Onyx butterflies.
They're very cool.
Okay, that's also a summoning, so we'll say it's also 3.
How many dice do I get the dice
Sorcery.
from my wand?
No, that's only when you use it as an attack action in a conflict.
Oh, this is not the same.
And would that be the same with his axe?
Well, he's using it as gear, but we specifically said that you can't just use wands every time you do something magical, because then they're just too crazy.
Do I mark P as
Yes.
okay.
Pass.
Okay,
Oh, I gotta fail on sorcery then.
so you also failed.
Oh no, the butterflies did not work.
Well, not necessarily.
Because of course,
Pretty.
just because of course, so Disney can sue us. One of the butterflies inexplicably just falls and lands on my nose before flying off.
And what are you up to?
Huh. Well, I was going to suggest that maybe we should split up. Someone should go find that Possum Patrol, the missing people, but the people just were gung ho about preparing for the fire.
We're helping the fire.
I mean, the fire is a couple days away.
Well, now that we've got the brakes up, we can go.
Yeah, we can go do other things. Get drunk. Help people. Get drunk
Okay.
and help people.
So you
People
guys,
get drunk.
Very smart.
so you managed to clear a whole bunch of trees. You just go out there with your axe, and you just go gung ho into it, and you are an absolute machine. And you start immediately clearing the break line. You two go together to try and cast some spells and summon forth the elements of nature and magic to aid him, which you do. You both succeed, but as you succeed, there is a towering explosion from the scar, and you see a plume of fire rise up to the sky, and little orbs fly out from everywhere, one of which flies all the way over and crashes like a meteor into the center of the town.
That can.
No, it can't.
What are the odds of that?
Wow, I could calculate them if you like, but it might take a few days.
Everybody gather up your spittoon buckets and go to the center of town.
Yeah, it leaves a burning trail of wreckage behind it as it tumbles through the village. And people immediately start grabbing the water that they had stashed aside and start throwing it on this molten rock.
I guess I'll go and help along, moving the buckets around. Laborer.
Yeah, labor 2.
Yeah, fail. I help, but not that much.
You manage to help out a bit. You grab buckets, you toss it on the thing, but because you're not the sturdiest, toughest guy,
Yeah, should I use that
you
trait against
become-
myself?
you
Okay.
become tired. What did you want to do?
I would like to help. By basically turning myself into like a human water gun or a bird water gun.
Okay. Now remember we said with magic, the more you cast it in a day, the harder it gets. So just keep that in mind.
Or I could just give them a very rousing speech. You go, you do this. Heck yeah, using my racial keyword of elocution, where I'm very good at.
Okay. So you want to use order to galvanize and inspire the various possums who are in the town to do the absolute best firefighting that they can do.
Which are my skills?
Order.
I don't have that.
Then...
I have
beginner's
manipulators.
luck?
Beginner's luck, or you can tap your nature.
As
And because you have elocution as one of your keywords, this would be within your nature.
So is it that I take 6 points?
Yes.
Okay. And I need how many 2 powers?
2. Which you get. So as Pipsqueak is running around, getting actually involved and tiring himself out, tossing water onto the burning rock, you stand on top of a podium and start giving very detailed, very descriptive instructions on the best way to gather and toss water. And all of the possums are absolutely enthralled and inspired by this dove who has appeared amongst them.
Keep forgetting you're not a dove.
Lift with your legs, not with your back.
Yeah.
I recommend to prevent workplace injury, you lift from the knees and then up.
Yeah, and you manage to galvanize them into action, and the rock begins to steam and sizzle.
Does this happen a lot here? Like just meteors crashing into your barrel?
No, not especially.
Well, I don't know. I could have been sleeping.
And a meteor happened and you sleep through? I guess you do sell drugs at my school.
What kind of drugs do I sell?
The good kind,
Smart.
I imagine.
Alright. Because when I sell things to students, it's generally not to let them sleep more. That's not a trade indicative to my product.
It's very premium shit.
What's
We're
the school?
nailing that fucking accent. It is literally the accent Nausea from What We Do in the Shadows. It's a vampire show. That's her accent. You're nailing it.
So after a concerted effort of a couple hours, you guys manage to douse the meteor so that it's no longer flaming, and you clear a break line in the trees. There are still ember bats that are swarming towards you, but they won't be here for a couple days.
Should we go find the members of that patrol? I think that if they're caught out in the fire, it could be really bad for them.
Yes. Also, they could also help us with all these manual labor things when they come back. They might need some rest, though, reasonably. They've been up to the forest a week. But after that, right back to work. Right?
Makes sense to me, he says, having had tuned out.
Yes, we should definitely go find them. We'll need all the hands when the bats come, if they come.
I have a question. How many hands do possums have? Do we count the back ones too? Or do they just have 2 hands? How do you
They're
work?
anthropomorphic enough that they only have 2 hands.
Do you count the tail, though?
Yes.
Well, it depends if they can use it good.
Let's go find the Possum Patrol in the woods. Jacqueline, are you going to help us with this?
Are we going to collect the slimes?
Well, we have an idea.
Well,
Bucky?
how long will it take us to collect the slimes?
Day there, day back.
And it's 3 days till the bats get here.
And I mean, I should probably point out that the Possum Patrol was last sent to also collect slimes. So
That makes
Oh,
probably-
this is so
That's
much more
same
sense.
area.
Oh, that's so convenient!
Wow! Now we don't need to be drawn into direction. Oh, very smart.
That
Okay.
solves itself then.
We know what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Let's do our job. For
That we're
everybody
not
else,
getting paid for. No big deal. I'm just saying.
there's
I've heard
some-
doing a good deed is its own reward.
there are so many people in Alderheart that need this medicine.
Supply and demand.
But Kara always said I should always get paid.
Supply and demand. We could make a lot of money off this medicine. We won't because we're good people. Right? Good person?
Yeah.
He's a very good person. If you ignore the drug dealing and
There's nothing morally or ethically wrong with doing what I do. Because nothing can be methically or ethically wrong.
medically, well, that's slightly related, for sure.
So you guys strike out into the swamp. Okay. You're taking the caravan and the wagons with you. but the way is treacherous and difficult. They frequently get bogged down and stuck in the swamp. The ground is boggy and marshy, and it's going to take a laborer check.
Oh, I don't think... I'd be really surprised if that was
Move
a
them
problem.
through.
So, yeah.
So it's OB3 to navigate the swamp.
Alright. 1, 2, 3...
It's like, Mark, you literally take my dice and then you take
Sorry.
all of my dice.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, right.
4, 5. So another quick question. What the heck is nature, will, and health used for?
Oh god, it's so great.
Do we want to pause?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Just do it. Don't worry about
I gotta get to
it.
the console.
I won't worry about it now. I was just curious. So I could potentially throw a trait out here to get an extra.
And we're back.
Okay, so describe what you're doing.
So yeah, Bucky is going to basically manually get out and push the carts. But the thing is, he's not used to this terrain, and while he is very strong, he's not quite sure on where to push. He doesn't do a lot of traveling on carts, so that's kind of working against him. So someone's probably going to help, and he's not used to getting direct help, so I'm going to use self-reliant against that, which means I mark check for it.
You get a check, yes.
And I mark young, but I mark that somewhere else because it's been used once this game.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not a check.
Yeah, checks are different. Checks are what you earn through the thing, and then you spend them like I spend them for doing multiple things in the round.
Yeah.
Play round.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go and give you help with Weaver as I now take some ropes and make a harness for you to help you pull the cart. Yeah, so
Okay.
you get +1 die.
Okay. So 6
Do
dice.
you guys help? How do
Would
you help?
let me know what specifically you're doing right now? Because between the pause, explain nature, demeanor, I lost the thread.
He's moving the
He's-
cart through the swamp.
Pushing the carts through the swamp.
Oh, yeah. All right, I can help with that. We will tie empty barrels to the side of the cart to give it buoyancy through the swamp.
What skill are you helping with that's not laborer or weaver?
I will use the skill. Huh.
Survival, magic.
I have survivalist.
Survivalist would work, especially because you're from this area.
Yeah. And I just roll the dice.
You give a die to him.
Take a die.
Okay.
Thank Christ
so
I don't have to
6,
roll.
7.
If I had to roll.
Do you help? Adi.
I love helping so much. I really love to help. Okay, I have an idea. How about I make you, like, lighter so you don't sink into the dirty swamp, because it grows. I'm going to conjure butterflies that will help lift you up so that you are lighter.
Hopefully one's
and
not
light.
made of razor shard obsidian.
But they're not. These ones are not made with razor wings. These are nicer butterflies. They're not for the tree chopping. They're for the helping. So that's what I want.
As one of the butterflies lands on their nose, it means it just pans back to like some CEO exec of Disney going, "One more and I'm suing."
So that is so
You
sweet.
just give him a die. You don't
I
have to
joined
One,
roll.
this-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
can-
8. And what do I lose for?
1 die.
And I lose 1 die for my negative
Attacking
trait.
against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which is just what you needed.
Huzzah. Mark a pass.
So it's an arduous journey, but you guys managed to tough it out and get through. You're helped by the butterflies buoying you up,
Pontoons.
and by the pontoons, and also by the harness that's been made for you. You're a little unaccustomed to all of these trappings and accoutrements, but you soldier on and you get it done. And eventually you guys reach a small break in the swamp where you notice an altar that has been...
Just real quick. Wow, thanks everyone. You're all so smart.
Yes. The smartest. I was like the best of my class. Not to like beat up on myself, but I'm very
There
humble.
is an altar in the midst of the swamp that seems to be untended and left somewhat decrepit for some time.
Is this where we make a sacrifice?
Well, could be.
Most rituals you find in the swamp aren't for sacrifice. sacrifice. They're mostly just to hang out and talk to nature.
Well,
Can we talk
But this one
nature-
could be.
Could we talk nature into like being less swampy, maybe?
No, it's the swamp. Every piece of the world has a proper place and order to it that creates a living world from which all of us form a symbiote circle.
Where do drug dealers fall into that?
I supply a need. I supply a need.
Silly to me. I
Circle of capitalism.
As surely as the whiskey forms the shape of the barrel it's left in, and as surely as the gold forms the cup that it's poured, I fill a void in society left by the rules created by people who don't embrace nature.
Is it the
It's your rigidity in society and books and walls, like... I
Yes.
don't know.
Devon watched CGP Grey.
Yeah,
Don't
I was about to
say
say it.
Don't
I
reveal it.
didn't say it.
Well, as they're arguing,
Is it you feeling the void, or is it the drugs really doing like the feeling of the void?
I'm only a product of circumstances and the unending drive of society.
Because I did meet
I
your
can make
mother.
my own choices, but really the choices were made before I was even born.
Your
we
mother
are all-
said, "Oh, I hope he's a drug dealer."
We are all shaped by our heritage and the world we grow up in.
Okay.
That's why I speak for nature. Because if you all keep doing what you do to nature too much, she'll fucking kill you. Cut it out. You all know what you're doing.
Okay. That's weird.
You all know what you're doing.
well, as they're arguing, Pipsy just tells me,
It's not an argument.
This was a debate, a very healthy debate about the merits of
I was in
dealing
a debate.
drugs.
So, are we doing something with this?
Well-
He's trying to.
well, as you guys are debating nature and so on,
So, like,
Pipsy goes over to check, what god is, this altar to.
because the nature of RPGs means you can't take an action as long as other players are taking up Tyler's time, what that feels like to me is your character keeps trying to approach the altar to investigate, and every time we open our mouths, you get like an electric collar shock, and they're being tased on the ground. And then we stop talking, it stops, you get up, and you start to walk to the altar, and then we start, and you're like, ah, fucking
You need to have a full
Lord."
party to leave this area. Oh, Baldur's Gate.
It's an altar to Henwin, the god of nature.
Not what I worship, though. I worship nature.
Henwin? You mean... Which... Oh, Henwin, the hedgehog.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be-
I really should have talked to him about it because he likes like
He's,
religion.
he's
and stuff.
again a cleric.
Oh, and you're just like a drug dealer. Why was I talking to the drug dealer about religious stuff?
What's your character's class, drug dealer?
It's not a druid. He's just a drug dealer.
barbarian. The pious
Because psychedelics things never intersect with religious experiences. They do a little cute little symbiosis.
But it's kind of tangled up in vines and creeping growths and moss.
I can
Gum up on the stone.
Well, it's Henwin's a god of nature, so, growth is her thing. What?
I could get rid of the vines with a big blast of fire. I don't know if that's okay though. I'm not religious.
That's Henwin's altar. She likes growing, things growing and so on.
So I shouldn't light it on fire.
Definitely not.
Oh,
So I'll
that's-
approach the altar unless Pete, you're doing something as a magic man.
What is there to do?
we could sacrifice something on it.
Well, if you're gonna do something with it, I can give you religions-wise help. Huzzah!
I could
I-
use a lot of religion in my life.
I'm gonna approach the altar and start groping it, looking for like buttons to press. I'll open a compartment where, I don't know, ritual stuff is held because you don't want to bring it with you. You want to just keep it at the altar. Those exist in real life. Like you can find always
yeah.
like little secret
The way to
compartments.
describe it as groping it is very
Oh yeah,
strange.
like I'm still covered in mud and gross stuff with my clothes pulled over top of me, so I just kind of fall on top of the altar and just start feeling with my hands and tail. Again, imagine a tiny little possum doing that in like a cemetery. It'd be adorable.
Yeah. Especially
Possums
if it
are
was
great.
wearing clothes. That would
A
be so
little
cute.
tiny wizard hat.
So, engineering or masonry? Do you have either of those?
It's a drug dealer. What do you think?
I was gonna go with lore, like about religious stuff. I'm a druid of nature, and this is an altar.
And that'll
of
be
nature.
about venerating it, not necessarily, groping it.
I don't know. Lore would also have like religious practices and
Observation?
customs.
Yeah, Laura would let you know the customs of the shrine.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's like, these priests are famous for not doing the thing I think they're doing. It's like,
It's
okay.
not
Well,
like
how
any
do
kind
you-
of crazy secret or cult or anything, so it's just a 2.
Oh, all right, anyone want to help me? Anyone
I
help
could
me?
help you very much. I'm very smart with I don't know what you're doing, but I'm very smart. So I'm just gonna like kind of use. I'm hoping Arcana to see if I can find like any like magical like aura in any spots where it might indicate that there's like a compartment.
Yeah,
or, like,
to try and find
something
anything magical about it, sure.
Yeah. So I'm going
Heat
to
and mock.
I'm going to guide you with religion-wise.
Nice.
That's one of the use of the wises, right? You can
Yes,
learn
it
to
is.
pass-fail as well.
Bucky is going to stare at you with wide-eyed, like rapt attention because he's convinced your character is an absolute genius, and this is going to count as aiding him with persuasion. That this would be a good time to.
be genius.
That's pretty damn tenuous.
Well, okay, that's all I can think of because there is nothing else good for this.
Just like
I'm
run
sorry,
away.
I made a character who is, God help him, not all that bright.
Oh
I mean-
no. Have you heard of my character?
4 and a 6.
Yep, that's enough.
Oh, all right.
So, as Pipsqueak pointed out, this is a god of nature, so the artifacts of its worship are all around it within the swamp.
Yeah, tiny little garden and stuff. In case they had a thing.
Yeah.
Because they say they're a god of someone, which usually means they have like manufactured things. Gods do that. Like there's an altar here. If this was a druid thing, it would just be a goddamn old tree.
Yeah. But no, it's just an altar, and it is part and parcel of this area of the swamp.
Tend to it
And
with
it's
kindness.
hallowed ground.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna do anything bad to it. I disengage from this scene.
Okay.
We could ask it for help to guide us through swamp. I don't know. Is that what religious people do? Do they ask their gods, like, please help me? I need to get through the swamp.
I guess we could call on her blessings and so on. Do a ritual.
How do I do that?
Ritual.
I'm just gonna like sit down and like meditate and go,
See, your god is
Ardea.
Ardea. Neutral good. Okay, 2.
2. Does anyone want to help here?
You're trying to commune with God. I
Yeah.
can help you with my skills.
I'm going
So
to
good dice.
pretend to be very religious, and like suddenly I'm gonna use my racial humor, be very in my nature to be like, I've worshipped you my whole life. Oh, help us, please.
So you're going to try and lie to a god.
Yes.
Oh
So-
wait, can I use a wise to aid someone?
Yes, you can.
Does it do anything? Does it give me a check or something?
Yes.
If he passes or fails, you
Alright,
get to
I'm
check
gonna
that
use
off.
Bohemian wise.
Okay.
Okay. So that's
Okay,
So
one thing.
I don't get anything for giving
No,
him.
you just use deceiver to help him.
Okay.
And I know the twist I'm going to do if you fail.
Mark.
Would insight or lore help?
Instead of what?
Lorewood.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of his friends is a druid, so that'll just. Oh wow, I remember them doing it like this. Blah. Of course, your character is much better at that, but your character also talks a little odd.
I'm going to use gutter rod against myself since I was raised in the city and not in nature.
Okay.
6 dice. I got 1 success. But wisest. This is religion wise. I can do deeper understanding, which I can reroll any single failed die in my test related to my wise. So I'll reroll 1 die.
Please.
Oh, 2 successes.
You were about to get smoked so hard.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, it believed me.
Okay, so you perform a ritual beseeching aid from henwin traveling through the swamp, and a shaft of light comes down and centers itself over you, and you hear heavenly music playing. And this will count as gear on 1 test in the swamp.
Wow, I'm religious now. What's the god that I like now?
Well, what speaks to your nature?
This one. Right?
This one? Well, this is henwin, the goddess of nature. She likes, gardens and kindness and so on.
Oh no.
You tend to your gardens with kindness and it grows for you and so on, so on.
What is a garden? Like, could it be like my brain is a garden and I tend to it by thinking?
Well, if you want that, then maybe half the crafty gods of the Hapa?
Well, I thought this was my god because I prayed to her. Is that how it works?
Well, it's a pantheon. There are many different gods in it.
Oh,
So,
well,
So Pipsqueak starts explaining religion to you.
I'm religious now, everybody. I love, can I just worship all the gods?
yes,
I worship them all. They all help me now.
yes.
Cool. I'm a god.
We call them the
Wait, I'm
Amaranth.
not the god, but I am one of them. Is that how it works?
Well, some people got ascended to godhood. That's how
That's
all
how
the
people-
bird races came to be.
That's how I will be. Then I will ascend to godhood. That is my new life goal.
Well, it has happened before.
It's happening again, and you will know a god soon.
So Jacqueline just kind of coughs. That was very beautiful and moving, but we should probably continue on.
Yes.
You said it was moving, and we should keep moving. Funny.
So you guys press further and further in through the swamp. I'm not going to make you do another labor check, but it's similar to the first leg of the journey, where you've got to press on and use various devices and whatnot to keep your carts moving. And eventually you see a small mound rising up beyond the swampy tree line, which is pointed out to you to be the cave system where the slimes reside. So Jacqueline turns to you and says, well, maybe we should wait here
So
Until what?
what's the plan
until
here?
you come back.
Oh, you want me to go in there without you? What is this? I thought you come with. I'm confused.
Well, I mean, we could come into the tunnels with you, but we'd probably just get in the way.
Plus the
That doesn't
cart
seem-
is gonna
this
have a
seems
hard
like
time
a
going
couple.
through.
This feels like a cop-out. I think that it would be very beneficial if you came in with us and help us, because I don't know what the bollocks I'm doing.
So how do we milk those slimes?
Trying to
How do
get.
we- How do we get what we need here?
These carts are.
You
animal
just
driven, right?
kill them and put them in these buckets.
Oh.
Oh, I just kill them? I do that good. I thought I had to, grow them in my garden and then, harvest them and, tend to them.
you don't have to milk them.
See, that's what I mean.
I'm
And I'm
religiously
like,
opposed to
oh,
killing anything.
But are they really things? Or are they really just...
They are alive, therefore,
Everything that's born dies. It's the circle of life.
Yeah, we are just helping the circle. This is the most natural thing for us to really be doing. Is killing. It's truly in nature. It's just helping cycle of life.
They're slimes, and also we need this medicine down to help those poor people affected by the fire. Right? It's fire.
Yeah.
It's usually fire. It's bad.
I mean, are they teaching us that all life is equal, so, killing a swamp thing is the same as killing a bird person?
I don't know if I agree with that as a bird person. I think we are...
I take out my holy books, literally page 1, written in holy speak.
Oh, and I'm religious
All
now.
life is equal.
Wait,
Oh, do I have to believe that to be religious?
Well, that's what Ardea teaches us.
Real
Oh,
quick
then I don't
question.
like her anymore.
All right, so I've got to ask.
Let me tell you about unstructured theocratic anarchy. It's a great way to worship.
I need to ask a quick question about a Zootopia / Beastars question. Do creatures eat animal life in this one?
Yes.
Oh my god, we had a whole thing about
This was a thing. Okay.
Yes.
And I assume the gonk was played. Tell me the gonk was played.
That was before we started recording, but yes. people do eat meat. However, my guy is a cleric, and
So you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is slime really a meat? Or is slime like a plant? Or is it like just a nothing?
I think to
Well,
qualify
I
as
mean, if you
some
don't
mushroom-
want to kill them, you could gather their secretions up. But that is going to take more time, and it's potentially more dangerous.
Oh, then we'll just kill them.
Well, I said opposed to that. Doesn't mean, others won't do it. I'm not like, lawful stupid.
I have an idea. I could just channel a giant wall of fire through the whole cave, and then we just go around and pick up whatever's left.
That'll probably burn the slime, and I think we want it unburned.
Oh, and does it need to not be killed by fire?
Well,
It's probably also fire resistant because it helps against fire, so...
Oh, that's true.
I think it really comes down to a question of how much fire is applied.
Is there too much fire it can be, or not enough? I'm not good at moderation.
I think we have enough fire in this area. I think that's kind of an ongoing problem.
Oh, well, we're not in this cave yet.
Well, I guess let's
See,
go.
it's just the circle of economics. If there's more fire supply here, there won't be more fire back at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
It's logic.
Capitalism.
But what about trickle-down economics where there's so much fire in one place that it spreads to other areas?
Yes,
A burning boat burns all boats.
Well, let's start gathering, I guess.
Wait, are you guys
Well,
smoking
yes.
these guys out with fire?
No.
I thought I might be doing it, but apparently not a good
I
idea.
begin to go into the cave to fight the slimes for the intro dungeon. As Tyler specifically requested me to.
We also should be on the lookout for the Possum Patrol who came in here. But, maybe
Oh yeah,
just-
setting them on fire would be bad.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Maybe I shouldn't just fire a big cannon of fire in here.
Maybe we should check whether there's some markers of them being here or something like that, some camp outside it.
Sure. What do you want to roll for that?
I could check.
Insight? Nah, that's...
I'll check survival.
There you go.
Survival
would work.
Am I able to use... Are you looking for the tracks of the possums or the tracks? Oh, okay.
I'm looking at them.
I was going to try and use mythical beast-wise to be find slime tracks.
And I'm self-reliant, and I'm just gonna sort of do this. So.
Oh
No, I've already clicked that. I can't.
No,
No,
you
you-
use against yourself.
You used it against yourself.
Yeah.
You're allowed
So
to use
just-
it for yourself once.
So you tapped young for yourself, so you can use that in the session, but the other ones you can.
All right. So yeah, I'll tap that one. Use positive with it.
Okay.
That's it.
They weren't hiding from anyone, and it's only a couple days old, so we'll say it's a 2.
Nope.
Oh.
It's got a 1 success.
Okay.
Mark it.
Yeah, mark a failure. You stumble around looking for any signs or evidence of the Possum Patrol having been in this area. And before you can really explore too deeply or find anything, you step into a nest of angry, oversized insects that cloud up into the air and immediately begin to start attacking you.
Well, that's not good.
Is that a common encounter or just something that happens to him?
It is a conflict that he is in.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, let's figure out how this works. What do they want to accomplish? What do we want to accomplish? Conflict goal.
Their goal is to drive him away.
Okay. What's your goal? Because clearly you're taking the initiative here.
Kill them.
Kill them.
Actually, sorry, drive them off. Actually.
Yeah, if you go kill, they go kill. I don't want to get killed.
I want to
That's
drive
how
them
it
off.
works.
Yeah.
So you want to drive him off.
Okay.
Yeah. Is anyone helping him in this conflict, or is it just him?
I have a great idea.
Does it involve fire?
It did initially involve fire, but I thought about it. Now we don't want to kill, so I have a better idea now.
So, is there some other conflict we do in parallel here? Or should we just be helping here?
You could continue exploring for the Possum Patrol.
I don't have any skills for that, so I guess I can be helping you, I suppose. How about you guys?
I'm going to help.
the event.
These are flying insects.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll just do what druids do and help you by casting Incendiary Cloud. It's not even that damaging. It's a flash fire.
Okay, so we're all in this conflict.
Okay, so
Starting
you
disposition.
all, you all add 1 die to his starting disposition. The starting disposition for the insects.
Fight animals, so... Fight or hunter?
7.
Okay, do you have fight or hunter?
Yeah, of course. I'm a barbarian, so I'll use fighter.
Fighter. Okay, so you roll fighter and add to health or nature. So +4. That's your...
Okay. And
so take your fighter or hunter.
yeah,
That's what you roll. What do we add? +3 dice?
Plus 3 dice.
Okay, so add that
okay,
and roll that.
okay. And am I doing a specific maneuver here? Or?
Not yet.
This
You're
is
just
like-
deciding
this is
what your
disposition.
starting health is.
Yeah.
Which is like a misnomer. It's not like our starting health. Like it is, but
1,
it's
2,
more like
3.
how much advantage we have in the conflict out the gate. Like how much
Yeah.
better prepped and better like chances we get.
So
That's a good way to put it.
to 3 you add your health or nature. The highest is 4, so that's 7 for us.
So it's 7/7.
7. Okay. What's the way of figuring out what their moves are?
That would be
A wise or something?
a wise or lore.
Are these mythical
Do you have
beasts?
law?
They are not mythical.
Yes.
2.
Are they
Are these natural animals?
Yes.
I have animal wise.
Okay. So I think that would give you a die on whatever skill you're rolling.
So
Okay, so 3 dice.
and we can't help with that, right?
No.
But 1 success.
Okay. At some point, they will attack you.
Okay. So now we have to plan our 3 actions and who's doing what. Should we pause to explain to Mark how this works?
Sure.
That's good because I have no clue.
Yeah.
And one of you needs to sit at the first round out because there's only 3 actions.
So should I try and set you up? How can we do that?
They're attacking for one thing.
Oh, do we know that already? We've already
Yeah,
started.
for one they're gonna be attacking.
For the first one?
We don't know. Just one of them will
It's
be
one of the
attacking.
All right,
attacks.
I'll take the lead solo, so you two can aid Mark on his turn, and I'll attack for the first, and I'll attack for the last. Or how's the order?
It's got to be
Individual, right?
one of you, another one of you, another one of you, and then one person has to sit up.
My
Really? I
idea.
thought we used to be able to double up.
You could if you had a group of less than 4 or 3. So before, which is what Peter was trying to do, he was trying to divide into 2 conflicts.
I'll go in
So
hard
there would
attacking
be 2
sorcery then.
I want to use a sorcery as well to attack. Because I get bonuses on it.
Okay, well, if you're going to attack with sorcery, then you go, and I'll do something else.
Oh,
Let's see.
because I have 6 dice.
So there are 4 actions you can take. You can take an attack,
Attack, defend,
which
feint.
directly reduces the disposition of your opponent. You can do defend, which raises your disposition, but not higher than what you started at. So if you're already at full, it doesn't do anything. You can do maneuver, which, if successful, gives you an advantage in the upcoming conflict. Or you can do a feint, which destroys an attack if you successfully do it when the enemy is attacking, but gets annihilated if they're defending.
I think you got that exactly right.
No,
No?
we changed it.
Okay.
It's different because in the old one you always attack and that's the best option.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm looking
Yeah.
at this and going, attacking always seems to be
Yes.
Yeah, so we
Small
changed
problem.
it so
Figure
that
it
feint
out.
destroys attack.
So they're attacking.
So
for
my
one.
best options then should be to either attack or to feint, and I am not great at feinting due to my weapon.
I'm also not good at fainting, dude. I'm
So-
an attack person.
So I will probably try and attack, because I also don't think they're animals. I don't think they're going to feint me. It seems kind of weird.
Well, fate is a meta abstraction to the actions they could be taking in the conflict. You don't have to like gauge the enemy's intelligence. It's just
It's like
Tyler's trying to set up a challenging encounter for us.
you can feint against the wind, and then
the
it
wind
visits,
can
so-
do a feint action if
Yeah.
there's like storm or something.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll just roll it and see which one then. I'll try attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna try attack.
And what are you doing, Devin? And what order is this happening in?
Well, only 3 people get to go, right?
Yeah.
So
So
1, 2, 3.
so you're sitting around.
I have to. Pete's going, ain't he?
Am I? Okay.
It hasn't been decided. All that's been decided is that these two have decided that they're going.
Pete, what do you think we should do for our last action?
I mean, since they're attacking, they want to be fainting to.
Probably Fate is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
All right.
both
My
of-
dice pools are a little hoodoo. Why don't you take the feint then?
Fine, mine are too. But sure. I don't think I have anything.
You know what? I'll take the feint then, and I'll fuck it up
Aren't
so I
you
get
good
shit.
at fainting because you have a staff?
Yeah, maybe the stuff will help. Stuff.
Teacher.
Plus 1 dice to faint.
I'll feint.
Okay.
Okay.
And what
With
order is this
nature.
happening?
I can attack first.
I mean, the order doesn't matter because we don't know their order. So.
Yeah, we don't know their order, so I'll just attack first. I'm fine with it.
So attack, then
Okay.
Attack, feint, attack.
Is that how we want to do it, or do I want to do attack, tack, feint?
We'll roll a die.
technically you're the captain.
So you decide.
I'm going to go with attack right off the bat because I just think it would make sense
So-
that my character
We have to
would
decide
be
the order of all of them too. So
Yeah.
So attack, feint, attack.
Okay.
Okay, we're locked in.
all right, we got it.
All right.
We're back.
We never left. We've been talking this whole time.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know.
They are attacking, maneuvering, and attacking.
Okay.
So the first is an attack versus an attack.
All
So
right.
we both just roll against each other and take each other down.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 for my attack, and then 1 extra die because I have an axe.
Yep.
And I think I'll invoke a dice because this seems kind of
Your
important.
axe on attack gives you +1 success, so you don't
Oh,
get the die,
right,
you just
you just
get
get a
+1
success.
to outcome.
Okay, and then I'm going to invoke not survive. Let's go with. I'll use my positive fiery.
Sure, that would apply in this situation. You stumbled into a nest of giant fist-sized hornets, but it just made you mad.
So 4 dice. Yikes! So that was 5 successes.
Okay, so you reduce them to 2,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and they reduce you to 5.
You're gonna wipe them out on your turn.
Okay, Devon, do a feint.
Yes. Okay. So how do I fail so I get points for myself in the player phase?
You use a trait against yourself.
Perfect.
Or if we were to come to a tie, you could choose to give me the tie, and you would get a check for that as well.
How do I make my nature play against me? What does that mean?
You don't.
Okay, I thought there was a thing where like your nature can fuck you.
I mean,
No, you can lose nature if you act without it and fail on your roll.
Okay, well, I am going to try and get into the mud and start throwing mud up to like distract the hornets and freak them out. No, wait, do they come from a tree or a nest? Is there a big tree somewhere that looks like it has a nest?
It was a ground nest.
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah, that he stepped in.
Alright, well, I'll just walk over and start stamping on it. Making as much noise as possible.
Okay.
That's my feint. I'm going to use long tail against me. That's my trait.
okay.
Okay.
Triple bit.
So, wait, when it's checked... Wait, do I have to keep track of the checks my traits
Yeah.
do?
Yes.
Well, not individually, you just...
Oh, just I use them, even if it's good or bad, it's all the same.
Because you can
rule?
use it against yourself an unlimited amount of times, so you just need to keep track of how many checks you get.
Okay. Alright, so I have 1 for alert because I used it positively, and 1 for long tail because I used it negatively, right?
No.
Damn it.
count them separately. I have been putting under
So it's
the
pass
positive-
/ fail.
Yeah, I've been putting the positive ones under level and the checks as fails when I use them against
See,
myself.
I just like, write them, all the levels next to what they are,
That's
and just
fine.
like,
Yeah,
whatever.
Only if I use these against
Okay,
Alright, so, what are the dice I was going to roll for this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're fainted, man.
Oh, I'm going to do, survivalist. Hunter. Hunter. Hunter.
Okay.
2 dice.
-1 for your... out against yourself.
Ha ha ha!
Huzzah.
A 1 on 1 die.
Okay.
Oh man, I get a fail from Hunter. Just what I always wanted because I had a success last game.
Okay, maneuvered. Okay.
They got 3 successes on their maneuver.
Wait, can I die in this game? Is death an option?
Only
I don't want to do that. I
So
just want
they
to warn system. Very concerned.
are going to give you -1 die to your next action, and they are going to take +2 dice to their next action.
Yes.
So
Reckless
you
attack. Ooh.
stumble into the nest, and you're trying to distract them and draw them away from Mark. But all you succeed in doing is getting them extremely angry, and they are now attacking him with redoubled effort.
Perfect.
Attack versus attack.
I cannot comprehend the secret wisdom of the possum. Clearly
I
there is some sort
am
of...
going to conjure a giant wind to blow them away.
How many did they get?
2.
Aha!
Okay.
Eat a dick dice.
Can I move it?
Yes.
Right.
Do we get
I did a lot. I
minus?
did
You get
4.
-1.
I got -1.
Yeah, so roll
Oh.
again with -1 die.
So 9 because I don't know.
So, are you using magic?
Yeah, I'm magic wise. Can I use my wise?
No, wises are... Okay. One, you help someone else.
Oh.
They get +1 die. Or, if you have a failed dice, you can reroll one of them. Or there's something else.
There's no
Yeah.
way I can get a bonus to get my dice back.
Well,
You
first
could
of all...
spend a persona point.
Yes.
I spend the persona point.
Okay, but also... Since we're using magic multiple times in the day, or is that...
It's when it's on a skill check.
Do I still
Okay.
reroll
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
I used the persona point.
If you use a persona point, you add your nature. You don't.
The
You don't
nature
have
of
one.
number. Yeah.
You had 6?
Yes.
Well then, okay.
But magic is without your nature. So if you fail, which is unlikely,
Yeah.
If I fail, then I honestly need to
Then
jump
use a
off the
fate
balcony. So,
Use a fate point.
no, you got 3, so you succeeded by 1.
somehow with 9 dice.
I mean,
You could use fate.
that's still
No,
individual,
I
so
succeeded,
we
so-
kill them and they still reduce us to 3, right?
Yes, they reduce you to 3, which is more than half. So we need to have a major compromise.
Wait, do I do anything else?
Okay, so our goal was to drive them away, they're driven away, but their goal was to drive us away. So I guess we had to run from there into the caves?
No, I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to suggest that you guys get conditions. I'm going to say that either Bucky becomes injured by the wasps, or you all become tired and you become angry.
I think the second one makes a heck of a lot more sense.
I'm already tired, so
Yeah.
I'm already
And
tired.
some of you are already tired, so.
I might as well.
Oh, I never want to get tired. I remember what that's like in this game.
Well, you are tired now.
Can't he like be stung a bunch for us and take our tired away?
That was the
Jump on
first
the
thing I
offset.
suggested.
Yeah, but he takes the punishment.
He
He's the
becomes
leader.
injured.
Kill him.
No,
Wait.
I just don't think it may. If these were like creatures with acidic slime or something like that, I can't see a swarm of
Things
like
for the
this. A 7-foot tall freaking
Murder
dire wasps.
hornets.
yeah.
This is the murder hornets that they were talking about on the news.
Oh,
They
well,
eat
there's South
meat.
African ones.
So
yeah,
we're
sure,
going
okay.
with tired and angry?
No, okay, I'll take the injury, I guess. That's like if there was a way you could realistically have say, I jump in the way of someone and take it for you, I'd be all for that. But they're angry bees.
Bees.
But okay, injured if that's the party consensus.
Is that the consensus?
Well, you're the leader, you can decide.
Yeah, you're allowed to just say what you want.
I think being angry makes a heck of a lot more sense.
Okay, so you are tired and angry,
Okay.
and you are tired.
Damn it.
Huzzah.
Oh, no.
But you have successfully driven off the swarm of murder hornets.
Yeah. And mark your successes or fails for whatever rolls you made, but only one for the whole conflict.
There.
So you get 1 success in sorcery,
I'm getting there.
and you get 1 success in
Fight.
flight.
Okay.
And you are back outside the tunnels.
Well, that was a distraction.
These are bad.
I don't like those things. I don't like those things at all.
I don't think that they're trying to be liked.
Well, that's nature, you know.
Nature's a bitch. Really. Oh, sorry, gods. I did it just now. I forgot. You're not a bitch. You're great. You're a big bad bitch. Like a good bitch. The good kind.
I mean, nature existed, you know, before most of the gods. So, you know, so like, that talking it, you know, is on them.
It's okay. I can call her a bitch.
Is the god a female wolf?
I don't think we have wolves as gods in this setting. The ones we've got is, you know, a fox, the cran, you know, the god of trickery.
I've never heard of that that god before.
I didn't even understand the concept of religion 5 minutes ago. But
I mean,
now I'm religious to all the gods. It's amazing what can change in a day.
Womp womp.
I'm a devout believer.
There's like a little rumble of thunder.
It's like, how old are you and how did you go through life without encountering religion yet?
I understand the concept, but I don't read about it, okay? I read about other things.
You're literally magical. How do you, you know,
Have you
where
heard
do you
about-
think magic comes from?
Have you heard about the razor-beaked unicorn?
I have now.
See, now you are a believer. In the razor-beaked unicorn. We have t-shirts.
I mean, I have to see some proof.
Jacqueline coughs and accidentally knocks over a bucket.
Well, I guess that's our cue. Let's start mopping those tunnels.
Mopping them? I thought we were going to... Oh,
Let's go,
mopping.
please.
Oh, yeah.
I very much
I take my
insist that we go
shovel.
into the cave. My character's angry now.
Okay.
That's so angry. So strange. So terrifying.
Well, everybody grab a bucket and shovel and...
We need a bucket and shovel? I thought we were... Oh, yeah. Okay.
The slimes goes into the bucket.
You put the slime in the bucket and you drink it all up. Now
Oh,
the
no.
burns don't hurt you and you don't give a fuck.
I don't think they're literally made out of medicine. I think you need to process it first.
Oh, just let the song be a song.
It's acid! It burns! It's getting into my bee stings! So you guys step into the tunnel. It's dark and dank, but the slimes here have been harvested for generations. So there is an obvious influence of man in the area. The tunnels themselves are propped up with struts and pillars, but it looks like these ones have fallen into disarray and are in danger of collapsing.
Well, try reinforcing them a little bit.
From within the tunnels, you hear very sort of sounds.
I bet that is a slime noise.
Well, hopefully. Hopefully it's not something weirder.
Should we do something to prevent this entire cave from falling down?
I could do something.
Well-
I'm just gonna cast move the
Fireball.
earth up and I'm just gonna blow it up. I'm just gonna try and put move earth up and make a pillar to prop it up.
I mean, we do have someone that's, you know, handy with an axe and it has a giant axe and we're in the forest, so you
But
could
we're
shut
in a
down
cave now, it's not a forest. It's a cave in a forest.
You've just stepped inside.
We're literally at a cave now.
Could I bring in some stuff from outside to prop it up a bit?
You could cut down some trees.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go into the cave and start exploring for slimes.
Okay.
I'm sure the Earth would never
Split
crush
that
into
party.
me.
Split that party.
I'm confident the Earth is not going to try and crush into me. If it does,
I'm gonna cast butterfly lights. Butterflies, but they're like lake bugs. They're bugs that light up.
So you mean fireflies?
No, they're butterflies. Don't tell me what these are. These are my butterflies. And they literally are just basically fireflies, but with like prettier wings.
Butterfires.
Okay, so it's light is a cantrip, which is normally pretty easy, but you've been tapping into your magic, so it's actually an OB2. It's going to be a 2 labor check for you to cut down some trees as well.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 3 pathfinder for you to go in and find the slimes and not get lost.
Sure. I'll have to use
I
some.
don't think it checks.
I'll have to use some.
I use my
No.
Do I use my magic
All
wand?
of my cunning.
That's not good.
No, not your magic wand.
No wands.
What's insight used for?
Insight is used. Let me pause real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me pause. Now we're back.
You could use it to re-roll a failed die.
Okay. I just roll. There's butterflies that have light buttholes.
Okay, so the light goes into the caverns with you, so that counts as gear for exploring.
Okay. Let's see.
What are you up to?
I guess I could. I don't know, maybe try reinforcing those things as well. Maybe some with Weaver to, like, tie it up, like help processing those things.
Okay, so you're helping him, or you want to roll a skill?
I want to roll because rolls actually advance your character versus helping doesn't.
Okay.
So what's that be there?
I am going to.
What die counts as success again?
4, 5, 6.
Bunch of 3s and a 1 and a single 5.
I am going to use tall against me because it is going to be.
You get stuck in places with your giant horns.
It's kind of a detriment. So I'll take a die off that, so I get 4 dice.
And I'll use short against me because I'm small.
Okay.
That's a success. 2 success.
2 success.
Okay, 2 is what you needed. So you guys successfully reinforce the tunnel, so it's no longer in danger of collapsing. As Tin Tooth disappears down into the corridors, and out of the corner of your eye in the darkness, you can see a shape moving after him.
No, it's Michael Myers looking to murder me. In the original movie, Michael Myers was credited as the shape.
Well, I bet he'll find some slimes.
I bet he will.
Maybe that was the Possum Patrol.
Maybe they're in the slimes.
I guess we should probably go look for him.
I guess. Go after the stuff we said. Maybe it'll.
Oh, he wandered in by himself.
Yes.
So you follow through the corridors. There's a series of twists and turns and branching corridors. And
Thank God I'm crepuscular and have night vision of sorts.
yes, and you have these butterflies with you, so you can see very well.
Oh, cool.
They light up.
Every now and then there'll be like animal bones or sort of remains of like partially digested.
Possum bones?
It's been like possum bones.
Not like possum people bones, but possum bones.
I was checking.
See, what we should do, we should go and find some like slime drop and just labor our way through it so you can get your labor checks. And they can go fight something.
I'm at 3 labor checks so far.
You need way more.
And as you move through the corridors, you eventually become aware of a soft squishing sound from immediately behind you.
I will turn around to gaze upon what visage awaits me.
Yes. A large slime. Green, oozing, bubbling up. Inside, suspended in it, are bones and rocks and sticks. And it is slowly inching its way towards you.
I will take my staff and I will poke it into the slime and try to fish out like a bone or a skull to check for possum. Well, backing away slowly from it, like keeping pace.
Okay. You stick your staff in. It starts to goop and ooze up the staff towards you, but you manage to dislodge a small bone.
All right. Possum?
No.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Thank God, I'm not a cannibal.
I'm gonna put my arms out like this, and kind of just like make like whispering sounds at it to try and like calm it down because I'm, I've animal husbandry.
Okay.
Is Animal, I guess Slime
Look.
Rancher is a game.
One, funny you should bring that up. Slime Rancher could actually be something that you'd play in the Pet Monster game we're talking about because they have colonizing tech, and I was thinking about that a lot last week. And two, if Animal Husbandry doesn't let me calm down velociraptors, what the fuck is it there for? What possible reason could this skill be in Mouse Guard if it's not to be like,
Calm down as a slime.
So you can ride some rabbits that are sentient.
yeah, but to calm them down.
You start raising you. Yeah.
Every animal you have to husbandry, step one is calm it the fuck down so it doesn't freak out and its heart explodes because it's
Are
scared
you
of being
planning to
eaten
mate
by
it
you.
once you're done?
I don't know, maybe. We want a lot of medicine, don't we?
There's a total.
check.
We keep bees. Alright, so
Hopefully not the
3,
bees who attacked you.
and I'm gonna say my druid staff counts because it's a symbol of me being one with nature.
Because you were a druid, sure.
Yeah. And I already used alert to fail getting in here.
If you used it against yourself, you can
can
still
use it
use
again.
it for yourself.
Well, my other traits aren't gonna help,
You
so.
weren't very alert.
Oh, hey, when I gave you Bohemian Wise for the cult thing, did it pass or fail?
When was
Passed.
this?
It passed?
It passed.
Perfect.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to mark it when those things pass.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where
Oh
it goes.
god, I haven't done that at all.
Is there any way I can get my will involved in this?
Will not.
Or nature?
You
Possums
can
are
spend-
nature's...
You can
Persona?
attack your nature, spend
How
a
do-
persona point.
Yeah, alright. I'll do that for 6 dice.
Like these things to them.
Okay. I will, with the
I'll
biggest dice
remind
pool
you
I've
next time
had
it
yet
comes
this game,
Okay.
the largest dice pool I've ever gotten to roll in this game, the last game this was a Tuesday for me, I will attempt to tame the wild heart of this beast, and I know that I too am a friend of nature, and I too keep things inside me until they turn to bones. This die landed on itself, I'm going to roll it like landed stacked.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice.
Well,
Okay. So it
statistics.
it
That's
droops onto your staff, but you hold out your hands and emanate calming druidic vibes, and the slime slowly calms itself down and stops creeping towards you.
Ooh-pa. Ooh-pa. Alright.
Your words reverberate around the surface of it, and it like trembles and echoes them back to you.
Alright. Well, hey, what do slimes like? They're molds, right? Oh, yeah. I'll go into my pocket and take out like a fistful of sugar and just like toss it into it.
Okay. It starts to dissolve the sugar.
Yeah, it's rich in proteins they need.
Back to you guys.
Well, guess let's go find those droppings, I guess.
I'll go farm the slimes. I can milk them.
You didn't like stepping onto the swamp, and you'll be fine helping farm.
Well, I will like observe. And
That's
offer-
not
I could-
helping.
Well, I could offer critique. That could be very helpful.
That's also not helpful.
You should all keep your eyes out. There could be some danger here that attacked the Possum Patrol earlier.
Oh yeah, they're like have not come back. They might be all dead. Well, we should look for their bodies. Just to
Yeah.
console the widows.
Sounds like we're exploring.
Yes.
Send a hand to the possums.
Okay, so exploring with what end? Are you looking to find tin tooth, or are you looking to find slimes? Or are you just...
Forget about our party members.
I'll find my way out. We don't have to
If we find it, we find it. If we
He's
don't,
like,
well,
we
We're
shall-
looking for 3 things. 1, more slimes to milk. 2, we'll be happy with any of them. The Possum Patrol. And 3, our missing party members.
I mean,
Will we be happy if
we are
find
exploring the
missing
cave.
party
Any of those would be good. Honestly, I'm not even...
if we don't find Tintu, I mean, there's a whole village of Tintus right there.
Yeah, he's related to the whole village, I hear.
There's a lot of
Okay,
people in the village.
same OB3 Pathfinder check to explore.
You have Pathfinder?
I do, but it's not great.
You can spend persona points to add your nature to it.
Yeah, I think I gotta do that.
Do
I'll spend my only persona point. So 5 dice.
Okay, can we help here?
I could read a book on things. I could read it. Can I look at my book about slimes and see if I
Slimes
can...
would be in your book.
Oh yeah, and just as a heads up, what I'm doing now that I've calmed the slime down is I'm going to leave it alone and start looking for the possum people.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like hover the book in front of me and like...
Don't you have magical creature-wise?
Is slime magical creature?
I mean,
Is it
yes.
mythical beast?
Yeah.
Oh, a mythical beast? Yes, very helpful.
There, so you can. That gives you 1 die for the.
So if he passes, mark down a success in mythical beast wise.
Okay.
If he fails, mark it down there.
Okay.
And I'll, add instructor here for administrator about how those caves are usually like mined or something like that, where people would usually go. So add +1 more die. And roll.
That's very helpful, particularly considering I'm so angry it's hard to think right now. Thanks!
Yeah. Does your angry condition do anything here?
And it only seems to hit conflicts?
-1 disposition for will conflicts.
Yeah. So you're fine.
Two
1,
successes.
2, 3.
3 successes.
All right. 3 is what you needed. So I will let you pick what you find.
Let's find Paw Patrol.
Yeah, okay, let's find the Paw Patrol. In which...
Yeah, Possum Patrol, we know.
Okay. You guys are walking through the corridors, and you take a turn around a blind corner, and you almost step off a sudden ledge that appears like right before you, but you manage to catch yourself in time, and you kick rocks free and look down, and there is a vast sea of slimes bubbling and swarming over each other. And inside the slimes, you see the 3 figures of the Possum Patrol.
I'm guessing they're super dead.
Not dead, but not doing great. It's like a sarlacc pit.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
What the...
I guess the digesting's really slowly.
So yeah, Bucky is just like, he just about fell into that, so he's kind of like... He's on edge and...
Well, we did find a lot of slimes. And
You come around the other side.
I was gonna like walk up between the two and start talking.
Yeah. And you are on the other side of the pit, seeing the same thing.
Oh, so I see you guys over there. So I say something you can't hear at all.
Okay.
Oh, I see the butterflies.
Oh, good, you're not dead! Don't fall down! There's slimes down there! Yes, there was no
Is there a
reason.
way down?
It's a pretty sheer drop. The slimes can just ooze up and down.
Shapeshift
And
into a
Dave-
slime then. Druid.
be one of
I
nature.
keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just fall apart into goo and like just...
Oh, did he die?
Okay.
He turned to goo.
Melts into a
was
slime.
he ever really a
and
possum
begins
at
to go
all?
down.
Are all
He's
the
been
possums
a
here
slime
slimes?
this whole time.
He's a
guys.
person-shaped slime.
He's just a shape-shifting slime who pretended to be the drug dealer at my school who was taking the
Double
form of a
ganger.
possum. Oh my goodness gracious, this is a big brain shit.
This makes so much sense. No wonder he likes trash.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the entrance, the caravan leader is just like, for no apparent reason, just starts smashing her head against the cave wall.
I will begin to ooze down and gentle pick up the possum people and drag them up the side of the wall that they're on.
Oh no, slime's attacking us. Stab.
I don't know.
Okay. Removing the people from the slimes is a conflict because you have opposing goals. But it is not necessarily a fight unless you make it one.
You do not need to fight.
Okay.
Just drop some white
So for
phosphorus
this,
spawns into
you are
this
the
cave.
conflict leader.
I'm not in the conflict?
You are the conflict leader.
Oh boy.
So you roll the disposition,
Oh boy.
and these people decide if they are helping you.
How do I
What's
roll
this
this?
conflict type?
Well, that's up to you,
Argument,
and it
chase,
depends
fight,
on what you guys are
famine,
doing and how you're doing it.
Speech and war. Let's have a war. The Great Slime War.
We should just...
Fireball.
Are one of the Possum Patrol people fat?
You
They
can
can
make
be,
them.
sure.
One is fat. All right.
One
You
is
can
fat.
eat that one. The rest get
I'll grab all the people. I'll put them on the back of the fat one, and they'll just naturally grip onto it. That's just what we do. And then I'll drag him up the side of the cliff, and you guys can throw ropes down, like help me get him out, and then we get all the possums out in one go.
Okay.
Literally,
so I'm gonna
like
say
going right into my wise, my possum nature.
you are rolling disposition with laborer, unless you want to throw something else out, and adding it to health, because you are trying to physically move them out.
Nature.
Without.
I want to roll with nature because this is what possums do.
They turn into slimes?
They rescue their young by putting them on their back, and they work together to get people out of like danger areas.
Oh, well, that's more realistic.
They're like raccoons. They have the devil's mischief and problem-solving skills.
Okay, but you're still adding it to health,
Right.
because it's a physical test.
But I can roll nature.
But you can roll nature.
Thank you, Christ.
Praise all the gods that I know.
And I just added statically to health, right?
Yes.
Roll health. Okay. Here we go, guys.
Well, is anyone else participating in this conflict with him?
Oh, yeah, we're going to very much help.
Yes, well.
well,
I
if
guess.
it's labor, of course. I mean,
Look,
it's just an obvious thing.
And-
Bucky is, of course, going to throw down the ropes, and he'll be the one holding the ropes at the top of the cliff.
that a die
Okay.
from you?
That's a die from
Peter,
Bucky.
help.
I have an idea. I'm going to distract the slimes by doing a dance.
What, like Uhura
Well,
in
then
the Star
you're
Trek
still
people that killed the
participating,
franchise
then.
for a while?
It's deception.
see, like the problem here is that we have 4 people and we only do 3 actions a turn.
Oh, that's probably not the most
Yeah, but this is for the
useful
health thing. They're all aiding for health.
No,
Yeah.
but if we're in the conflict, then it'll still be 4 people doing 3 actions a turn.
That's fine, that's fine.
But this is just me helping with the thing.
Alright, does fan dance count? Like in Star Trek, the
The
Voyage
slimes
Home?
don't see in that way.
They can hear the vibrations off the air.
Okay, it's not about how you're happy, it's are you in this conflict? Will you
She's
be...
clearly in this conflict.
And will you be
Because she's taking an
for
action and
assistance?
has said to us she's taking an action.
Oh, I don't need
Okay.
to do that. I'm probably not the most useful at this.
Okay, so die from her.
Yeah, I guess I'm also in this thing because I can't really do much here by myself. Because I don't have any other
I
skills
don't
for
think I
this.
can take an
pray.
actual.
Come on, Peter.
Or cast a
Yeah.
spell?
Pray to all the
Yes.
gods that you
I just need to know what you're
I'm
doing. We have to pass it by Tyler. Tyler tells me if I get the die.
No, I mean, this is who's in this conflict.
It's participating in the conflict. Peter is right.
yes.
So if
Oh.
he's participating, then you get a die.
Yes.
Okay, I thought we had to do a skill to justify it.
No, it's
that's-
not like helping in a skill check.
That's
Roll
for
these
8
two dice.
dice.
Yeah, because we're doing disposition first. That's
Yes.
None of the dice you guys contributed rolled a success, but that's fine. I rolled really well in this pool.
I'm feeling personally attacked.
I got 5 out of 6 successes.
Oh,
The other die was 1.
Oof.
So like, yeah, none of your dice helped, but
So what's our disposition?
8. Wait, what's my health?
3.
8.
So it is 7 to 8.
Oh, fuck.
And is this a fight or?
It's a conflict.
It's a
We don't-
conflict.
we don't need
So
to make it
a conflict is any time that you are in a.
No. Yeah, I'm just wondering what type of conflict it is.
It's not on this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have my actions. You guys can figure out which 3 of you are going and what you're doing.
Okay. so
Can we do something to figure out their actions?
Oh shit! Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Wait. Do you still have magical creature wise? Well, then you could roll that with something to try and like predict what their actions are going to be.
Lore is what it would be for a magical
I
creature.
can predict things.
Do you have lore?
I do have that too.
Yeah. So
I also have archivist. I could like file some paperwork.
No.
Archivist? No.
I think
don't
lore is
think
what
so.
we're going.
That's useful in Call of Cthulhu.
You could hit them with an injunction.
I'm going to do a look at the bureaucracy.
This is a no slime zone.
I'm gonna put a sign up. It's gonna cost $200,000 and take 8 months.
The council has
That's
written a
bureaucracy.
sternly worded letter.
Yes. So I use my lore, which I have 2 dice from. Do I get a dice from my mythical beast wise?
No, it will let you re-roll a failed die.
And I'm just rolling 2 dice.
Do we have a way to?
I think we rolled
But I mean,
differently today, but whatever.
Is this an
I don't know.
opportunity for other people to help me?
No.
gain more
No,
knowledge?
not-
Okay.
Not for
Because
this.
it's literally you just predicting what's going on.
Yes.
So
Oh, I don't look at dice. Oh, like 1 pass, and I'll reroll the one that doesn't pass. And I'll both pass.
So 2.
2 out of 2.
Their second action will be defend.
I think they will be very
Okay.
defensive on the second chapter.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's a meta abstract. You know, it's not.
I'm going to do everything in character.
So
We could just maneuver for both
Okay.
actions.
So what are our?
should we?
Okay, first of all, what are the dispositions again?
We have 8. They have 7.
8, 7. Okay. Their second is defend.
No, you only 2 get once. And you need to collect all 4 before you get a bonus thing.
I mean, if they're just defending, right? Then and we attack, then all their stuff, the damage they like to do is to come back. But if we just spend our first 2 actions maneuvering, we're going to gain a crap ton of bonuses for the next round.
What's their goal? What's our goal?
The goal is to prevent our friends, these new friends, the Possum Boys, from coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, their goal is to retain their food.
Okay, retain, and ours is to take it
Oh,
away.
are they eating them?
Yep.
Oh, that's very, very gross. Possum
Nature
tastes
is
like
gross.
shit.
So what's our action plan?
Well, I guess we'll try doing some maneuver against their defend.
Okay.
So they're defending, that means they want to heal themselves. So we shouldn't be attacking first, we should be attacking last.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you said
So-
that first, didn't you?
Fainting, because I'm guessing they might be attacking first, maybe?
I thought they were doing all defense.
No, what the
No.
second
No,
One.
their second action is defense.
Middle is
Oh, okay.
defense, so we gotta figure out what the top and bottom ones are.
Okay.
So if we faint, maneuver, attack.
Although feint can also roll with the disposition, so then their defend would actually work, but...
But doesn't maneuver cancel defend?
No.
Oh, what?
Maneuver...
Maneuver
defend is
defend is versus.
So whoever gets
Higher
more...
gets their thing.
Okay. So I guess we...
I should put combat music.
Like...
I think I should be the attack at the end,
Yeah,
with the
that'll-
attack being to pull them up because that just seems...
yeah. So...
I'm useless. Just I only get bonuses to attacking. I just throw fire. Fuck it.
I think we should be fainting because I'm guessing they might attack first, so we have to counter that. So, who wants to do feint? Then maneuver.
Throw a rock.
Attack.
I should do nothing but attack. So if you're attacking,
Yeah. Well, no, wait. You should. Your best thing sorcery, right?
Yeah,
You should use sorcery to do the feint or the attack.
I get minus 1d to faint and minus 1d to defend. So
Same. But you're better at it. Well, you're better at it, so you can eat
Okay.
that -1 better.
okay.
And if
Well,
I
if
position...
it's the maneuver, I don't get a minus to it. So.
Yeah, exactly. But you still get all your dice. So maybe you maneuver. I'll go on the attack, and then someone does the feint.
Sure, I can feint with labor. I've got a good way of doing that.
Does that sound good to everyone? Pete, you got any other alternatives?
Again, I want to be doing the middle maneuver, I guess. But yeah,
You want to do the maneuver?
yeah.
All right, do it then.
Okay,
So
so
I'm not acting then?
feint,
Why don't you do the
maneuver.
Okay, sure.
Like you're using your strength to haul people.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
thinking.
the only one who has to participate is you,
I have to.
because you're the captain.
Do you feel sitting out this one?
I can do that.
All right, we'll cycle you in next
Yeah.
round. All right, so
You guys are locked in?
Yeah, I guess I'll do the attack at the end, right?
So you're feinting, maneuvering, attacking?
I think that's what we're doing.
Okay. They are maneuvering, defending, defending.
Okay.
Okay, so first is maneuver versus feint.
Which is independent.
Okay.
So you will reduce their disposition by the amount of successes you get,
Yeah.
and they will get whatever advantages they get.
Okay, so who's rolling feint?
Who is rolling feint?
It's not me, I'm attacking.
Then you're rolling
Oh,
feint.
you're the attacker. So I'm the
That's
feint.
what you said. So
Okay, sorry. It's hard to keep it straight.
Fair
If we had a whiteboard, No, we're good. We don't need a whiteboard. Hasn't gotten that bad yet. Okay, so I'll be fainting, which means I won't use my staff, or I have to use my staff and take the -1.
Are you using the staff for the skull fight?
Yeah, for the conflict.
Do you
I
equip
don't
it
see
like
how you
Godbound
could
or
if you're
not
slow.
equip it?
No, because you're better at attacking, so there's no point in me being here to attack for this
Unequipped.
scenario. Okay. Also, I'm in monster form. Whoa.
Yeah, you're a slot.
All right, so for the feint, I'm going to go straight up with animal husbandry.
Okay.
That's 3 dice, my biggest dice pool.
Are you
Describe what you're doing.
doing?
I'm just animal husbandry. It means raising animals, so I'm just like, no, stop, be good.
Oh, I thought it was just making them beg.
no. Husbandry is like taking care of the animal, and like making it into a domesticated creature.
Making it beg.
Okay, so that's 4 dice. It's in possum nature to rescue possums, so nature. I'll throw a persona point
Is
at
that
it.
under your racial keywords?
Play dead, eat trash, be prehensile tail, be pitiable. God damn it.
See, mine is teamwork.
So you can still use your nature, but if you fail,
You'll tax
which
it.
in this case would be getting less successes than them, you would tax your nature
And I would go down to 1 permanently.
temporarily.
Okay, then I'll do it. Persona point.
Persona point.
Boom. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here I go. We're gonna calm them down. I'm one with the slimes. Ooh pa, ooh pa. Oh boy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 10 dice.
50-50.
It's pretty good. It takes them down to 2.
Oopa, very powerful.
They got 3 successes, so they are both going to impede and gain position. So -1 die on your next test, and +2 on theirs.
So maneuver. I would like to use sorcery on this to do some clerical magic to try to move them out of the way. I lose 1 die because I've been impeded, and I'd like to use the trait against myself, maybe compassionate, like, oh, these persons are clearly suffering, and so on and so on. Instead of lowering my dice, I want to give you 2 dice to give myself 2 checks.
Okay.
Haha, milking more.
Did you say that?
Yeah. 1 success.
5 successes.
So this is versus, so...
So I get 4, so
Okay.
I go up to 6.
Not too bad.
And the last one is a straight attack versus defend.
Okay. I am going to. I'm at 5 dice base, -1 because tired. I'm going to invoke.
No. Tired is -1 disposition, so that will be the starting roll.
So we should have done that. So you guys are 7, not 8.
Yes, because Devon's tired. And
Right.
tired gives us -1 disposition to all conflicts.
Okay. I would like to invoke, even though the character is tired, he's young, so he's going to have an advantage on that. And he just looks over and there's, eating people, sentient creatures, is wrong! And he's very angry, so he's going to invoke Barbarian Rage.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So what skill are you using?
Labor, to haul the rope and pull them up.
Okay. Yep, that directly advances your goal, so that counts as an attack.
Okay. 5 successes.
I got 3, so you reduced me by 2. I'm down to 4.
Okay, so what does that look like?
So, what it looks like is you have gone in and you've successfully gathered the possums onto the big fat possum, and they're lumped together, and they're now gripping onto the rope that Bucky has thrown down, and he has started to pull them towards the cliffside. But the slimes are now aware of you and getting riled up.
Calm down. Alright.
Next round.
So,
We should roll to figure out what they're doing. So low roll.
And I'm not.
That'll be you.
Twice. I'm going to reroll back one. I have one success.
Okay. At some point during this round, they will attack you.
Okay.
So, what do we want our strategy to be this time? What's their disposition?
4 for them,
What's
7
ours?
for us.
Alright, well, we're doing pretty good. They're going to attack, so what's the automatic
Faint.
counter to attack?
Faint.
So we got to figure out when they're gonna try and.
We don't know when.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
gonna be
big
impossible
question.
to figure out. Guaranteed. What's the best strategy for us?
Well, fainting, if used against attack, means we're basically attacking them. We're just in a roundabout way. And they can't do anything against us.
Why not attack, feint? Feint.
We could.
Because if they feint, attack, we lose.
What beats feint? Defend, right?
Defend.
Defend. They
We
probably want to defend at some point.
We haven't lost any disposition though, have
We
we?
could faint. Attack.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Defend.
We should. I think we should. This is gonna sound weird, but I think we should attack.
Alright, sure. Let's hammer the A button.
That's what I do.
Right.
I mean, yeah, then...
If they're double fainting, then we're in deep trouble. But
Ah, whatever, YOLO.
Okay. Who's sitting up? It can't be you.
I'm not sitting out.
And it can't be Devin, because he has to be in
That's
there.
right, I'm the captain.
gotta
So, yeah, either... So I guess I'll sit this
be
one out.
unless it's me.
I'm a very good attacker.
I
Okay.
definitely want you attacking.
They are attacking, defending, attacking.
And we're just.
Good. We didn't hear. We didn't hear about the feint. That's,
Perfect. I'm gonna pause.
No.
And we're back.
Okay, so...
Okay.
Luna, attack.
I'm going to help you, Mr. Possum. Slime, I don't know. Maybe he's always a slime, I don't remember. I'm gonna cast a spell to try and, like, warn butterflies. I'm gonna try and, like, but they're like beefy butterflies. These ones are like swole as fuck. And they flex and they got the big muscles and they're gonna help push you up. With hell.
Alright. Sounds good.
Big beefy butterflies. That's 2 passes.
I also got 2.
Oh no, I don't know what happens. Oh, can I use my wise
each
to
reduced by
reroll?
2.
Can I use my? Can I use a wise to reroll? Or is it too late?
I think so.
I think it is too late. I think I can.
No, I think you can.
I'm gonna reroll one.
I'm gonna have to reread Wise's.
It didn't pass.
Okay, so
Okay.
we both go down by 2 levels.
There are
5
2, you're at 5.
Yeah. Now, Mark, you can do your attack versus their defend.
All right. 5, and then my rage just goes on for the remainder of the fight, I believe.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
do
for
you,
the conflict.
do you use your axe for this?
I can't just. I mean.
Yeah, because he's pulling on a rope to get them up. He's not. You guys aren't actually like
He cuts the rope with
physically
the
attacking
axe.
the slimes.
Counterproductive. 1, 2. I'm gonna fate point that. I think. How many successes do they have?
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna fate point that.
Okay. Fate. Let's you reroll 6s, right?
Yes.
What's the one to reroll failures? Is there any?
Pairs.
You use a wise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Labor
Yeah,
wise.
so use it then. There we go. So I get another success.
So what are you at?
So that would be 2.
No, 3, because you had a 6 and a 4 and a 4, right?
You have 3 successes.
You still
yeah,
count the
yeah,
one that you
yeah.
reroll.
3 successes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a wash.
So nothing changes.
Nothing happens.
Okay. And another 5. David,
And
do your
attack.
Oh boy. So...
Yeah, 2 successes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just power on through with animal husbandry and be like, no, bad, stop.
Is that helping removing those things?
Yeah,
Well-
it's keeping the slimes from pulling them back. They're literally...
That's
the
not like
res-
defend them. because you're
I'm
stopping them.
aggressively. It's what sheepdogs do. They're like bark, 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 bark. Dude.
Okay.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Derailing this.
I'm trying to get a rhythm going, trying to get a flow going. You're stepping to me. Step
The
to the
rhythm-
party.
the rhythm
Disrupt the
has a
whole
turn.
scene, Peter. All right. 2 successes. They got 4. Yeah, that's all right.
So
One- lead
One
off.
more and it would have been 0-0.
that would be kind of hard to both accomplish the same goal.
Well, it's 0-1. So you
No,
guys...
but if they roll one more, then we both accomplish our goals.
Yeah. We'd have to figure out how that works.
Split them in half.
I'm glad that we didn't have to do that.
Well, we're still doing a major compromise.
Yeah.
They can have a little people as
I mean-
a treat.
So we rescued the fat one, but the other ones.
What are your conditions right now?
Angry and tired.
Slow,
I'm tired. And tired. So tired and angry.
I'm tired. I've been tired the whole time.
Yes.
I think you should lose your druid staff
Sure.
into the slimes.
Makes sense to me.
And something else. What do you guys want to pitch?
This has been a pretty.
Well, what if we threw our supplies in to, get the slimes away from eating those people, so some of us will get hungry or thirsty?
Sure. 2 of you get hungry. You can pick which 2. And you lose your druid staff.
Sure.
I think I've been pretty physical.
I mean, maybe we should get tired and hungry because
Oh, yeah.
you have 2 conditions and he lost his staff.
I
So-
will be hungry.
Okay.
Okay. But you successfully pull out the Possum Patrol. They are unconscious and covered in minor acid burns. It hasn't really eaten through the skin or gotten to the flesh, but they're in pretty rough shape. And there's obviously some kind of
Magical
anesthetic
affliction.
property to the slime as well, because they are knocked out.
Cave slimes are really good at keeping their prey preserved while they're digesting them. They could be here for 1,000 days before they die.
Well, that just sounds that, when the thing will wear off, they'll be in a lot of pain. Well, we found where the slimes are, so here's our shovels and buckets.
I'm so hungry. I'm so
So what
tired.
are you guys up to?
We should get these guys out of here. Because they're unconscious.
Oh yeah, we were helping people.
I've already started doing it.
I will
Okay,
go
so
with
you're
him.
starting.
Oh, wait.
You two are starting to drag them out.
Wonder Twin powers unite. Form of. How big is this cave?
I mean, it's average tunnel size, I guess.
Probably
so
not mammoth thick.
maybe 6 feet
Form
tall. He's
of-
got to stoop in order to walk through.
Form of sturdy cave donkey.
Okay, he turns into a donkey, and you start piling.
We did establish one of them was fat, so
Yeah.
You start piling the possums on top.
I mean, I assist.
We're gonna do some harvesting, I guess.
Okay, so you're scraping
Yeah.
slime residue off the
Yeah.
walls and ceilings.
there's a rogue one in here. Donkey mouth. There's a rogue slime in here. That's my friend. Don't attack him.
Yeehaw.
You
Yeah,
want to
donkey.
give me labor,
Sure.
and we'll see how much slime you get.
What do I roll?
What do you want to roll?
I would like to roll labor as well.
Okay. You guys can do independent tests.
I cannot think how extrovert could help or hinder this, so I'm just going to roll.
2 successes.
Nice. 3 successes.
Okay, so it takes you a couple hours, but you guys both manage to, between the 2 of you, fill up the buckets. In that amount of time, you have successfully taken the Possum Patrol out to the wagons, where they are put on the back and given some rudimentary first aid.
Perfect.
Are they alive?
Yeah, they're fine. We saved them.
Oh, now we just loaded their bodies up. For
No, we saved them.
You've taken them away from the healer.
Can I ask for food? Or how do I fix my conditions?
That's in the player sense. So once you get back to town, you'll be able to start spending your checks to start recovering.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, I don't know. I was actually hoping to like use something against myself when I was loading them up there. Because I'm flighty and I don't like to do hard work. No.
Well, didn't roll anything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta roll something, and you gotta use the trait against yourself. Or give me bonus die, the way that Peter did.
Ah, or break a tie. Okay.
Okay, so you've got your slime, you've got the people on the back of the wagons. You guys are good to go.
Then go. We should.
Wow, this has been quite an adventure.
Happens every day.
I sure am lucky to be traveling with people as capable as you.
I've leveled out my laborer to level 3.
So you make your way back through the swamp towards the town. It's slow going because you guys are laden down with supplies and some new passengers.
Yep.
They're on the back. They're starting to rouse a little. They're making like groggy noises and moving and groaning in pain.
I'd like to use healer to tend their wounds.
Sorry, really quick question. So when I tied in that conflict, is that considered a fail?
When did you tie in the conflict?
When I was using the labor in that fight.
No.
Okay.
So, because like it was what, attack versus attack or attack versus defend. Like those were independent, so like you couldn't fail it. But like when you get a versus and only one of you succeeds, you do get the pass fail. Okay.
Okay, so you want to make a healer check to
Yes.
stabilize them. Okay. What are you trying to do? How much care are you giving them? Well, I mean, like, is this like cursory first aid? Are you properly dressing and bandaging their wounds? Are you attempting to revive them?
I think something down the middle because I've got like healer 5, so might as well do that. So I don't know, it'll be 2 or 3 check to get them some good care.
Okay, so we'll call it a 3, and if you succeed, not only will you assuage their wounds and wake them back up, but you'll manage to do it in a way that they won't be horrifically scarred from this.
Okay, can someone help with this
I'll
healing?
give you a hand with that. I'm a pretty good survivalist, and I'm
So you're gonna like gather healing herbs and stuff.
And I can aid, because druids just have access to cure magic.
So you're using
Well-
sorcery. Okay.
Okay. Can I have the same trait against myself multiple times in session?
Yes,
or?
you can.
Okay. I
You're
guess.
just gearing up on those checks.
Well, that's how you do this game. So tap against compassionate because obviously they're suffering. So this is. Normally I tend to do smaller things that I think don't hurt as much, but like, they're clearly bothered here. That's 4 successes.
Okay. So despite being on the back of a wagon that is moving through a swamp and not in ideal conditions, with the aid of curative magic and special herbs
Here, have some delicious monk's hood.
that are gathered from the nearby surroundings, you manage to tend their wounds and they groggily return to consciousness.
Huzzah.
Hey, are you awake?
Oh my god, what happened to us?
You fell into the slime pit.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, totes rook.
Y'all were there for like a week. I mean, y'all were there. What's my accent again?
I'm Southern.
Aurora.
Hey, it is perfectly glorious people's revolutionary accent
You
of
were there
Russia.
for like a whole week.
Has it actually been a week, like 7 days, 8 days, 10 days?
No, it was like last week where they went missing, so it's been more like 4 or 5 days.
Almost a week.
You only had like 995 days left for us to find you. It was pretty bad.
They probably stabbed them beforehand.
I have
No,
a
that's not how the
question for
slime's
you.
ocean works.
I know this might be slightly alarming right now because you like just woke up, but do like all of you deal drugs like this guy?
We fill needs.
Racist.
Not all of your mapats are
I just don't know a lot about the people.
How white is your character?
Is
she a white dove?
Super like
She's a white dove.
yeah.
Very sheltered.
Nothing else of real note happens on the way back to the village.
No checks for us.
And that's probably a good time to pass it over when you guys return to the safety of your village. So we'll stop and do rewards.
Huzzah! End of session.
Is this end of session?
Yeah.
I thought we did the GM phase.
Yes,
This was
I
the GM
wanted.
I mean, player phase.
Well, we decided that we were going to
Start each session with it?
Yeah.
start each session with
Okay.
players.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had the rhythm right.
Because otherwise, yeah, the rhythm is off
That's fine.
in the game.
All right.
I was Tyler.
Peter.
Mark.
Devin.
RD.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.